Now it's time for some Monday morning motivation. And of course, inspirational speaker Funke Famariti is back again to talk about self-discipline for self-development. Now, this is a really, really important topic. It's about self-mastery, being relentless, being able to, focus on something and ensure that you go through with it. Really, really important if you're going to be successful in life. And of course, she's joining us this morning to talk about this. How are you doing?
I'm fine, thank you.
Thank you so much for joining us. We were talking just behind the camera, and you were talking about how important self-discipline is to success in life. Yes. And talk to us.
So self-discipline, it's having control of your life, and it's a sign of inner strength. It gives you the power to stick to a decision and follow through to the very end. So having said that, it's considered a very vital trait and essential for success in life. But we cannot discuss about self-discipline without the mention of vision, because vision controls self-discipline. When you have where you're going in life, it gives you clarity of who you have to become to get to where you're going. So having said that, it's important that every person that has a zest for success out there develop a habit of being self-disciplined. Now, so I noticed that you would agree with me also that the self-discipline has some benefits. It has some benefits. Attraction is one of the benefits of self-discipline. Everyone out there that is self-disciplined, you get attracted to them because they live a life of self. For example, an athlete that is usually they usually go through
like a rigorous
training over time. So after a while, they gain mastery of what they do. So you begin to admire them. And you discover that they're being used most of the time for advertisement and sales. Because people will buy a brand that has someone that has a level of self-discipline on it. And trust is the next benefit of self-discipline. Trust. Most brands, put up people with professions that requires a high level of self-discipline. That's why you will buy a brand of like what they call like a footwear that has an athlete that showcases it, not because you necessarily want to buy that footwear, but because of that person, that's behind it.
Now, there's a lot of things that you've mentioned this morning within this short time, which is the fact that if you want to be successful in life, there's a high level of discipline that is required. Now, is this going to be a deliberate process?
Yes, it is.
For you. And how do you then say to yourself, okay, I want to be successful in this particular area. How do I then begin to plan my life in a way that I put self-discipline in the forefront? Okay,
self-discipline, you have to, for example, if you want to become the world champion, they were asking the fastest man in the world, how did you come to this level? He said it took him weeks, months, years of deliberate and intentional practice every day. To get there, he would work out, about 17 hours every day in 24 hours. So it's not surprised that he gets to this level that we all celebrate today. One of the things that self-discipline does is, one of the benefits of self-discipline is also association. People want to associate with people that has a high level of discipline in it. So if you want to be successful, especially for people that have high zest for success, they tend to have habits that they do every day. And after a while, they get so used to these habits that, it spurs them to being successful.
Well, what's the importance of, you've talked about, of course, athletes and different people that brands want to associate with. What's the benefit of, for instance, having someone with a high level of self-discipline as a mentor or someone that you follow? Maybe either on a daily basis, on a weekly basis, or as the case may be, in order to be successful?
Okay, the importance is that you understood the person, you understood what they do to get to where, how they've been able to get to where they are going. So you understudy them to get to learn the rudiments of how they've become who they are today. So that's basically it.
Really important. I think one of the things that you also mentioned, the fact that you can't be successful or significantly without any level of discipline, which is also important. Now, talk to us again about the process, because again, most people, they start something. One of the things that you said was about vision. You start something and then you don't have a vision, and then one way or the other, it just peters out, and then, you go into something else. So how important is vision to this entire process?
Okay, vision spurs you. It's a driving force. It spurs you. When you have vision and you have a clear picture of where you're going in life, you will do everything, but you package yourself towards that very goal by imbibing habits that you need to, get used to. For example, you want to become a world-class speaker, you have to get used to reading. So it's because your vision will spur you, and it will also give you the zest to want to achieve what you want to achieve at all costs by giving it all it takes to achieve it. And having said that, it's also, so in other words, vision bets self-discipline, and self-discipline bets self-development. Self-development is it increases your value. So when you stay in self-discipline for so long, self-development is inevitable.
I like that. I like that you're coming with this angle of self-development, because most people just feel like, oh, I have a talent or I have something that I can do, and they don't really focus on self-development. But you're talking to us and you're saying that is also a very, very important aspect of it.
It is. It's very, because you have to stay at the place of preparation to prepare yourself towards any field of, any chosen field of yours that you've, this is what I want to do. You have to learn the rudiments. Like you mentioned, the mentor. Mentor is one of the rudiments. Reading is one of the rudiments. Acquiring the skill that is required for your vision is one of the rudiments. All this sums up and increases your value, because people will want to pay for the value you bring into the table, and people will not mind paying for what you have become, so to say. So self-discipline is the key. Is a key factor in vision, but vision is what bets self-discipline, and self-discipline bets self-development.
I like the direction, and I like the fact that you're saying, look, this whole thing is a process.
It's a chain reaction.
It's not something that happens overnight. It's something that you're deliberate about.
Yes,
another thing you said, you're intentional about.
And consistent too.
And consistent. Yeah. That's one of the keys, because even if you've said that, okay, I'm going to do this, sometimes you can even do it for 3 months, and then suddenly distractions come. Sure. You have bills to pay, and then suddenly everything the whole vision just fizzles out, and you're thinking, maybe I should just go into something else. But sticking with it is the most important thing that you're telling us.
Yes, and I would like to say that in the words of Joel Austin, it says the best day of your life is deciding to take responsibility of your life. No excuses. Follow through the process and make something out of your life.
Wow, thank you so much, Funke Famoriti. I'm already motivated this morning, and a lot of self-discipline, really, really important. Be intentional about it, and also be deliberate this week in everything that you have to do. But still so much to come on this show. We're going to take a commercial break.